Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome to Go Be Great with Coach Karena. I'm your host, your expert life strategist, Karena Calhoun. Super excited today to have another amazing episode. Listen, we are really leaning into being able to provide to you conversations and different folks from different walks of life who are able to come in and help you live your most authentic life. Whatever the situation is, we are trying to cover it here on Go Be Great so that you can actually go be great. So today is no different. We have an amazing guest on the show. We have Jose Pereira, and I'm super excited to be chatting with Jose. Jose, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello, how are you, Karen? Thank you
I
for
am
having.
doing wonderful. So, Jose, tell us, please, sir, where in the world are you?
I'm located in Houston, Texas. I'm a Texan.
Awesome. So, what's the temperature in Houston right now?
Oh, today's around 105, and with
Oh
a
my
humidity
goodness.
like 95, so it's really hot.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So hot. So hot. Well, stay warm. Stay warm. You're already warm. Stay cool. Stay
Oh,
hydrated. Yes.
I have my
Stay
water here.
safe. Absolutely. So, Jose, tell us. I am super intrigued. Tell us, and I want to say this: you're not the only gentleman that has been on the show, but you're the latest gentleman to be on the show. So I'm super excited about that. We don't get a lot of guys that want to be on the show. Not sure why, but
Well,
I
because
love that you. Yeah, I love that you said, you know what, I'm going to go be great. I'm going to go for it. So we absolutely welcome you to the show, Jose. So tell us, how are you loving on the world around you?
that question was really relevant because some sometimes people, the guys, don't think they can be vulnerable, and we are. So
I love that.
sharing my story, try to inspiring the ladies that are here in your show for me is a big deal.
I love that. I absolutely love that. So what do you tell us what inspired you to be on the show today?
Well, when I saw that you're doing a show that make people great under any adversity, anything in their life, try to succeed and be great. So I said, that is me. I want to be there.
Absolutely. I love it. Thank you so very much for partnering with us and really undergirding that vision for the show. So what is an adversity that you have experienced that you want to share with us?
Well, I was an oil executive. I had 35 years working in the oil and gas. By that time, I was a CEO of a multinational company. That was in 2017. I was called to a last minute meeting, and we were kept as captive, as hostage, because there was a big situation between US and Venezuela, where I was there and in that meeting. And we stayed 5 years during the negotiations. There were long negotiations among us. So it was a big adversity because that was something that we never expected. I was ready to get retired. And for me, it was even like a bomb in the middle. It changed totally my life. So when I came back, I decided to, wow, I wanted to convert this adversity in something great to help others. Because one of the things that I discovered that we are part of a hostage community, unfortunately, there are more than 5,000 Americans captive all over the world. And today I'm advocating for that community. And I'm beginning to help real people, because I decided that if I could overcome my adversity, I could help others. So that's my thing today.
You know, Jose, I applaud you. You know, my heart just like is racing thinking about the fact that, just to be clear, you said you were held captive, you and other folks, for
Yeah,
5 years.
5 years, 5 years, 5 years.
Wow.
Were hard negotiation. We were kept there in a military installation in a basement, 3 floors down, without no windows. Was in the extreme situation. Was a 100 square foot room. Was like living in a closet. We were 6 guys. So
Mhm.
anybody can say you can get mad, but we decided to manage it. We decided to manage it because we discovered that when you're in any adversity, and today I'm very clear on that, any adversity in life, when it comes, First, it never announce it, so it will be always unexpected, like happened to us. But the way you decided to handle it is what is going to be the change, because when
Jose,
we
I want to stop you there for a second because you just said something that is absolutely profound. You said that adversity does not announce itself.
never, never,
That
never.
that is so profound. And if we can, oh my goodness, I'm so grateful that you're here today. If we could really understand that premise that adversity does not announce itself, which means instead of getting ready, we have to stay ready. And of course, we can't be ready for every single thing, but we can have a certain mindset. And so, talk about that a little bit.
Well, that's very important, because the mindset is so important in this, because one of the things that for me was so useful is that I was a guy that in my previous life, I always talk about my previous life, okay? My previous life, I was a guy with a very positive mindset. So when I went through that adversity, I decided to say, okay, because the first thing, it will not announce it. Second, the first thing, you will deny it. You will say, this is not happening to me. The third thing, you're going to say, why this is happening to me. And the fourth thing is, you're going to accept it. You'll say, okay, this is really happening to me. In that moment, Karen, you have two ways to take it. You can go in the wrong way, and then you go to the depression and anxiety and all that stuff, or you decide to transcend. This is the difference. The way you overcome the adversity, the way is by choice. It's a personal decision. But the good thing is that you can train people on that. The good thing, because sometimes people say, I always has been like that. This is something that has been always in my family. That's wrong. This is something that really can be trained. You can teach people how to overcome them. I learned it in the hard way, but I learned it. And I proved that it can work, because we were there, and when we saw that the situation was real, that we were in a real and big problem, because there was a negotiation between two countries. Can you imagine that?
Oh my
Waiting
goodness.
two countries fighting, and you in the middle of that. So what we decided to say, first, we try to stay focused, calm and
Hmm.
focused. Okay. Second, maintain a positive mindset. The positive mindset for me is key in all this stuff. Being that mindset is so powerful. And the third thing that we decided to do was going back to our spirituality, because one of the things I had to say, in my previous life, I was not too involved in the spirituality. I was always saying, why this guy is doing this. I begin to pray. I begin to read the Bible. You can believe in any high power. I'm a God believer, and today I'm strongly a God believer. So that made me a lot of strength. But there is something more key here that I want to say to your audience. You have to stick to your loved ones.
Mm.
Your loved ones. So important in any adversity. You need to get together with your loved ones, whoever they are. It's going to be your significant one, your dad, your kids, whoever your fiance. But this is the person that's going to stay with you under your adversity. What happened to me? My wife, my kids, they were 5 years fighting for me. I
Mm.
begin to, I begin, and so at some point, I didn't have no way to communicate with my wife. You know what we did? We began smuggler letters in the trash cans, and I could begin to communicate with my wife, and we stayed doing it during 3 years. We stayed
Wow.
3 years doing it. Let me tell you, Karen, the book I'm writing is based on those letters. Those letters. So for me today, the connection with my wife is, God, it's something that is unimaginable. It's remarkable what she did. So the loved ones is so important. So when you put all these things together, you can overcome any adversity in life. So I learned it. And today I tell the people, even any adversity you have, so big, that you can name it. I tell them I went through something that for me was a catastrophe in my life, and I could overcome it. If I can do it, you can do it. So this is something that for me is so powerful. To tell the people I'm here, I am here, and I can help you. So this is something really for me today. I am really passionate with this.
I am literally on the edge of my seat, taking in every single word that you're saying. One thing that I want to kind of backtrack to, you talked about some of the things that people will say, and well, this is how my family has always been. And I find that that is a huge, huge, that is to our detriment when we have that mindset
Yes, yes.
that, well, my family has always been like this, or I've
I
always been.
always has been like that.
Yeah,
This is a
yeah. And it,
has been
it serves no one. It serves no one in any type of positive way. And really what you're saying is this back here, this old mindset, this old way of doing is so much better than the right way of doing it. It doesn't matter that that old
correct.
way is wrong, but what about the right way? And
Yeah,
so I want you to talk about that a little bit, because I think that's also one of the major keys that will help people move forward through their adversity. I am literally, I am almost speechless. I know I can't be because I'm the host, but I am almost speechless at this conversation. For those that are listening, I'm talking to Jose Pereira, and he's talking about how he, and you said it was five other people.
yeah. We were six. We were six.
So
We were
five other
called the
people.
Six Go Six. They put it. The press put it. The brand. The people can Google us. We're all over. Six Go Six. You will find 200,000 articles on us because
Wow. And so Jose and five other individuals were held captive for 5 years, um, and he's talking about really having a strong mindset to make it through any type of adversity. Listen, sometimes we can get into these, and I'm going to be a little harsh here, but we can get into these pity parties and say woe is me. But when you meet someone like Jose, you can't say woe is me. You can't say, nothing is working out for me, or whatever the case may be, because when you meet someone like Jose reminds you, in no uncertain terms, that you can make it through.
yeah, definitive
You can
yes.
make it through. Oh
Definitive.
my goodness.
Let
I
me tell
love
you,
it.
Karen, something that we learn in all this process, because for me this has been like a social lab. We were six guys, and let me tell you, we did it so great, the six of us. But today I believe that was the hand of God that put us together. But we the six were having, see the pattern, long-term marriage, 30 years plus, uh, wonderful families, wonderful beliefs, and we were the six together, and we begin to coach. The six of us was a total coaching. If somebody was down one day, lifted up. And when we came back, we landed here in San Antonio, Texas, in a military base, because Biden was who brought us back. Was a prisoner swap. We came through a prisoner swap, so we stayed 2 weeks in that military base in a decompression process. So the last day we were in finalizing, there was a lot of militaries amazed what we went through, and the guy told us, "Hey, I can believe how you did this." But you know why we did it? Because we really wanted to come back for our families. We decided to do it like an anthem. We did it that day by day. We shut it out before sleeping, after praying. We need to come back strong in body, soul, and spirit for our family. It was like a anthem. Every day we say that. Every single day. And we came back in one piece. We're here.
And that was going to be the next thing that I wanted to ask you about. Well, first of all, how long ago were you all released? What
We
year?
were we no no. I have 10 months. We were released October last year. This October it's gonna be 1 year. I have only 10 months. I have done a lot of
So,
things.
so that makes it even more interesting and profound. The fact that, it would be different if you say, well, Karena, this is something that happened to me 20 years ago, but this is something that has just taken place. And so, and to see you, first of all, I thank God that you're all okay and that you're safe and that you're back with your family. I'm thankful to God for that. And to be able to have this conversation with you. I am honored that you're here on the show with us, and thank you for that. Thank you for bringing this to us. The other thing that I want to bring to the forefront is the fact that, it's easy for someone to say, well, you have to get through it, and you got to focus, you have to have the right mindset. But you actually hit on that, and you said some days someone might be down, and then you all were coaching one another. And so that's the key that you talked about, having that circle, that tight knit circle with you, and those that are going to be supporting you, whether they're right there in the adversity with you or they're on the outside. I love that, Jose. I love that.
Because
You got those layers of
in all the
support.
process. That is so key. That's why I always talk. Look for your loved ones.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, sometimes you can be, I don't know, you don't talk to your dad or whatever, but when the adversity comes, the people will come to you and they will
Yes.
say to you, the people in an adversity support ourselves. So the way we did it, we were not families, and we did it a strong bond. We today we're like a band of brothers, you know.
Yes.
It,
I
it, it,
love that. I am just so amazed at this conversation and all that you've gone through, and now you're bringing it back. Let's kind of talk about what you're doing today. So now you're offering this wealth of knowledge. Okay, this is firsthand knowledge. You're offering this to folks. Tell us how you're doing that.
Okay, let me do what I decide, because when I came back, I was thinking, do I go back to my corporate work? I said no, because life gave me this chance, and one of the things that I had to recognize, I was a workaholic, so 20 hours a day. I abandoned my family. I said I don't want to go back to that. So this was like a reborn for me. So I decided no, I want to do something different, and I decided to help people because, as I told you, now we are part of this hostage community. We have a strongly advocate. I can tell you, I have been invited yesterday. I'm going to go to an event in the UN next month in New York to talk about this. I was invited to the Congress. I did a speech in the Congress. So I have been talking loudly this. I was interviewed, Karen, 1 month after I come back by Anderson Cooper and CNN. The other day,
Wow.
when I revisited my interview, you can see in my LinkedIn, I have it there. I only had 1 month, and you can hear what I said in 1 month. I came back really clear what I wanted to do in my life. So
Mm.
for some reason, God was like, you know, so I don't know how to tell it, but it was something that I believe there was something from that. I don't have
So,
to
so let me ask you this, Jose. Would you agree that when we go through adversity, if we could focus,
focus.
focus and ask God the purpose behind it, then we could come out on the other side
Yes.
really
Yes.
clear
Yes.
on
Yes.
what we need to be doing?
That's
Oh
it.
my
You said it.
goodness.
That is exactly the point. That is exactly the point. If you get focused in your adversity and you find the meaning behind that, because everything in that life has a meaning, and I can tell you today, I can see that we always had God with us. He was there. He was there. He was protecting us. Even if we were in that dark place, He was protecting us. And today I see those signs, because this is something that today I talk. You have to see the signs of God. He always, in my previous life, He always was there, and I never saw them. I never
Jose,
saw them.
I am literally fighting back tears. I'm literally fighting back tears because you are extremely inspirational, not because you have experienced this, but because you have experienced this and you are bringing that knowledge, that inspiration, that encouragement, that education. You're bringing every single thing that you've gathered it all together, and you're now saying, I want to help the next person. there's so many people that could potentially go and hide and say, what am I worth? What, just all types of things. So can you give us your website? Because I'm
You,
sure folks are going to need to get in touch with you.
yeah, I have a link tree. The website is going to be ready next week, but the link tree, I have all the information. My link tree is Linktree Jose underscore Angel, because I'm Jose Angel underscore Pereira. Jose underscore Angel underscore Pereira. I can put it there. So you will see there. I have the program. I have my speaking. I have also some videos there. I'm very active in LinkedIn. I am invited to several audio rooms. I'm always active. I have a newsletter. So I'm really, really active helping people. I'm gonna have a master class next Saturday where I'm gonna, because the other thing that I found, I said, hey Jose, you have 35 years in management skills. Share with the people. So that
Yeah.
today I'm in a share mode because Karen, that I came back as a miracle. I have to share it.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Folks, I am in awe of this amazing, wonderful conversation that I've just had with Jose Pereira. And I want you all to take it in. This is not an episode that you need to listen to and then go on to the next one. I want you to listen to this episode several times, because the reason being is because there's so much gold that Jose has shared. And if you are on a quest to go be great, he is giving you the blueprint, but you've got to put your steps together. And I mean this with everything that is inside of me. Let them let them hear. If you have an ear, hear what is being said here, because awesomeness and amazingness is really all I can say. Jose, thank you so very much for being here on the show today. Any last words of wisdom?
Well, I always say to people that adversity in life, first, never announce it, and can be any adversity. Can be any, you name it, but you have always two choices in life. You can go in the wrong way, or you decide to transcend and overcome it, succeed and be successful. I decided to do it that way. And if I can do it, the people can do it. I always tell it to the people. If I did it, you can do it. I'm a proof of life that it can be done. So that's my recommendation to anybody that is going under any adversity in life.
I
Thank
love
you
it.
very
I
much.
absolutely love it. Folks, we've had another great episode of Go Be Great. We've had Jose Pereira on the show today. Please lean in to this conversation. Gain the nuggets, the gold, the jewels, the gems that have been released today. We've got to, there's one thing, and I'm going to end here, but there's one thing I used to say when I was in corporate America, and that is excuses only satisfy those that give them.
Yeah.
There's no excuse, none. So go be great. And I will see you all on the flip side.